Howdy everybody, this is a roaming prepper. Today we're going to do a product review of another one of the Readywise lines. It's called the Simple Kitchen line. It's meant for two purposes: one, long-term storage, and two, something you can incorporate into your day-to-day usage in the kitchen. Today we're going to check out their chili product. I actually thought this was a pretty innovative product, and well, let's see how good it was. We'll be right back. Okay, so you're going to need a few things, including a 2.5 to 4 quart pot. The lid is optional, but I've found it does help with the cooking a little bit. And we also will need a measuring cup. You're going to need some clean potable water, 4 cups of it, for the product we're about to review. So let's start cooking and let's see what it looks like. So a couple of things to notice. I've put the 4 cups of water in my pot. I'm going to set that to boil on the side. So what we're doing today, we're going to basically make this chili as a standalone product. Now, as I heat up the pot, we're going to take a look at the packaging here. So it does come in a Mylar pouch with the colors and inscriptions on top. It has 4 servings in your package. Each serving is roughly 160 calories and it requires 4 cups. That's pretty convenient because if you only want to do 1 serving, you just need 1 cup. It has a tear strip on the top, but I'll be honest, it didn't open the way I thought. I did have to fight with that package a little bit to get it open. And ultimately, I wound up having to resort to using scissors to get the pack open. So once I did open the pack, I will say that I was kind of impressed with what I saw inside. My own experience is most freeze-dried foods like this look like powder. This actually had distinguishable product inside. You could actually make out the beans, the rice. Now this particular product didn't have any meat in it because different people like different types of meat, some don't. So this was made for the generic use chili, if you will. Now they also have a couple other items in the Simple Kitchen line, including this cheesy potato soup. This is 190 calories each serving, and it also comes 4 servings to a pouch. And you actually have this broccoli cheddar, also 170 calories per serving, and it's an add water only product. So today again we're going to use the chili in this particular video. Now I will mention a few things. One, like most dehydrated long-term foods, you're going to have a lot more items in the contents. Also, your sodium's going to be higher, so if you are sodium sensitive for whatever reason, be it blood pressure or your general diet, factor that in when you consume this type of food. Now, the bag does have a Ziploc style sealing apparatus on the top, so you can actually seal the bag. Unfortunately, I went after it with scissors, so the packaging I battled with a bit, but still, in theory, you should be able to seal it like I did and give it a shake. Nothing should come out. So you pour the contents of the entire pouch, which is what I did this time, into the pot. And I would recommend, like I did last time, have a long spoon or some other device to properly stir it so you don't burn your fingers. As you can see, it has only been in for a couple of minutes at this point, and the product's a little bit soupy, which is to be expected. So again, the entire package, 4 cups of water, should yield 4 1-cup servings roughly once it boils down. Now here we're at 3 minutes remaining in the cook time, and as you can see, I've got it on low in a simmer. Once you get it boiling, you set it to low and let it simmer for the 13 to 15 minutes. I'm at a higher altitude, so I had to give it a lot more time than I thought, so factor that in as well if you're in the mountains versus on the coast. As you can see, you can now make out all the ingredients, and you notice it's starting to thicken up. So that was a good sign. That meant that the product is actually going to have the feel and taste of a chili, but we're going to see here shortly. Now, with a couple of minutes remaining, I actually decided to just take the lid off. Now, the lid, like I mentioned earlier, was completely optional, but it does allow it to boil off a little bit and thicken. As you can see, the more I stir it, the thicker it gets. Again, I'll tell you right now, the product smelled really good. The house smelled like a cookout, so I was quite pleased with what we had. I did opt to give it a few extra minutes, so they recommend 13 to 15. I was probably in the 17-minute range. So I gave it a few extra minutes to thicken without the lid, and basically to dehydrate the mixture. Each of these ramekins I'm holding in my hand are about a cup of fluid apiece. So what you're looking at there is about 1 serving, which is decent actually. Of course, you have to have tortilla chips to test them out. Those chips came from my longer term preps. And actually, I was really impressed, guys. For a meatless chili, it tasted really good. I did decide that would become our snack for movie night, so I threw out some chips. And I actually decided for mine, I was going to add a little bit of the Mexican cheese blend that I picked up at HEB. It tasted super good. Sassy didn't want any cheese, so we went with the plain chili. She was actually very happy with it as well, and we have very different tastes on some things, so it's quite impressive. And actually, you'll see me straight up break my chip here trying to eat it. But the texture was good. Again, it is a chili with beans, so if you don't like beans in your chili, probably not for you. But if you can live with it, or if you just want to consider it like a bean dip, it did thicken as we left it on the counter, and it got a really nice texture to it. As you can see, I broke a chip there as well. The only thing I'd recommend, if you like it a little spicy, throw some Tabasco in there, but other than that, this was really impressive for a dehydrated meal. I do have a link below. Save yourself 10% and, give it a try. There are a lot of good products out there, but these guys have really impressed me. I put them against different table foods, and they're pretty good, so check them out. Thanks, guys.